Hi, my name is Brian Christopher Tan, and you are watching the director's commentary for my short film Living Fully. It's a project that I've been working on for 4 years, on and off. It's a self-portrait of me when I was 25 years old, and the idea, as we see myself enter into the frame, the idea for it first came from a dream that my childhood friend Anita Lingam had one night. She texted me that she dreamt of me knocking on her apartment door, looking sober, looking sad, and carrying with me a bottle of wine and some glasses, as we just saw. In the dream, I drank too much. I talked too much about my love life. And Anita was kind enough in the dream to let me fall asleep on her couch. So with that first idea, I combined it with my experience at the time in 2022 of being exposed to many images of friends on Instagram getting married, getting engaged, having babies, stuff like that. And that helped me write the script that became the film. The location is a very interesting subject because it's a perfect place for this film. I was in Berlin at the time for the summer, and I was staying at a friend of a friend's place where there was a lot of space, but not only that, there were a lot of plants, a lot of wooden furniture. And as you see on screen, that helps with giving a variety of shots without really changing location. Yes, I moved the camera and other equipment around the apartment, but I didn't really have to go anywhere else outside of their apartment to shoot, and that was really helpful. In terms of in the titles or the title cards or the text that you see on screen now, that was a really fun activity for me. I based that off of not just silent films in the history of cinema, but also off of the work of an Australian artist named Saiva Coburn. I met her once at the Cité Internationale des Arts in Paris, and that really inspired me because her work is really textured. At first glance, they look like white blocks of cement stuck on the wall. But in reality, if you go closer, they have many nuances to them that really helped in coming up with the backgrounds for the text that you see in this film, where I shot photos of baguettes, of spices, of noodles, of rice, really up close using a macro lens on my camera, and then edited the photos afterwards, combining it with text handwritten by Hua Nguyen. And now, the archival footage of me as a kid. This is footage that I discovered thanks to my uncle. He captured some of this footage, but I think my mom also captured some of this footage using a Sony Hi8 digital camera. Is there any reason behind why I included this archival footage in this film? I guess because it's a self-portrait of someone at the age of 25. It's a stage of life where one can feel kind of stuck in between childhood and adulthood. It kind of encapsulates that experience of being an adult but not really feeling like one. Of needing to find again that inner child in order to continue living, live fully, hence the title of the film, and also perhaps to open oneself up to new experiences that are related to interests that we once had as a child. This is the part where the sound comes in, where the silent film ends and then the film with sound begins. I still don't talk in these scenes, but I do make noises. I yawn, I eventually snore while sleeping. I think it's a deliberate attempt on my part to have my cinematic voice come through and not so much my physical voice as you hear at the moment. And now, the reveal of Duty, my best inanimate friend who's been following me for pretty much 20 years, I would say. That kind of serves as a twist on the first idea behind this whole story, where it's not really my friend's apartment, but it is Duty's apartment. That was a fun little twist if you managed to catch that. The music was really important for this film. Some Mozart, some flamenco guitar, and finally one Peruvian song. That's what I love. The mixture of cultural traditions, artistic traditions, That's really inspiring. Mixing music from different countries, from different languages, from different parts of the world. Hope you enjoyed that commentary version of Living Fully. Thank you very much. Bye.